What's up everybody, and in this video I want to talk about the 3D Touch feature, which is present on the latest devices from Apple, except for one, of course, except for the iPhone XR. I want to talk about it for a moment, and I want to show you, or I want to test it out, if this feature really makes it easier and if it really makes our life faster. So I want to test out the speed and the speed improvement of the 3D Touch. Let's begin with this video right now. I, of course, realize that it's not that simple to simply go ahead and take a look at the speed and if it really actually is faster. So for this, I will be using exact time using the stopwatch on my Apple Watch, and this way I will try to measure the time it takes to get to certain actions using the 3D Touch versus the normal way. Now let's start with the test. First of all, let's get rid of all of the open apps, even though I'm not really sure if it makes a difference. And let's start with the first test, which is of the camera on the front-facing camera. So you can see that without the 3D Touch gesture, we got inside the camera app a lot quicker. I also wanted to slow it down just so you can see how exactly it is, but right now let's start with the second test, which is of course of the clock app, more specifically about the stopwatch, so you can see exactly on the screen how it goes. I also wanted to slow it down because you can see more clearly what's going on. And the third test is pretty much the very same thing, but with the difference that the last thing that I used in the app was not stopwatch, so I have to click one more time. So this is how you can see it. Again, slow motion, just so you can compare it. But overall, I think that 3D Touch doesn't save time or doesn't speed things up. By the way, if this is your first time you came across my video, then think about subscribing, because I try to post similar content like this. I try to make videos that are helpful for other people, and hopefully you also have fun watching them. So yeah, if you don't want to miss those videos, then hit the subscribe button right now and make sure that we will see each other in the next video as well. The next test that we have is getting inside the Wi-Fi section in the settings, so you can compare the 3D Touch and without 3D Touch, which requires one more click, but it is actually just a tiny little bit faster. Take a look at the slow motion and you may notice that it is just a little bit faster. The difference isn't too big, but the 3D Touch is the one that should speed it up. And for the last thing, I decided for the camera inside the Instagram app, so you can see we have a 3D Touch toggle, which gets us there, but it is actually a bit slower when you compare it to clicking and swiping to get there. So you can see again in the slow motion, slow down video, you can notice that it is just a tiny little bit faster when you don't use the 3D Touch. Yeah, this is how it works, and that's why I wanted to compare it. So there you go, this is a feature that is supposed to make our life faster, but just you decide if it really makes a difference, because I think that it isn't really that much better using the 3D Touch. Of course, I made some videos about it, and I think that 3D Touch definitely offers us great functionalities and definitely provides us some new features, but when it comes to speed, I don't really think that it is a lot faster. Also keep in mind that this test was in the perfect scenario, and by this I mean that if I was, for example, going inside the camera app, I knew exactly where the toggle actually is, but most people don't really know this because it's not really usual to know every single toggle of every single app on your phone. So in case you want to get most out of your 3D Touch, you need to know everything about the apps. Now, what is the bottom line? I think that 3D Touch is an interesting way to use smartphone, new way to interact, but it doesn't speed things up. It's just another way of triggering a specific action. If you wanted to make your user experience faster, you need to spend time learning where everything is, digging through your phone to get used to it, just to save some milliseconds as a result. But I use it, for example, in the camera or in the Safari. If I want to get to the new tab, I use the 3D Touch, but not because it saves some time or that it is faster, but because I have two options to get there and I simply use the 3D Touch one. So I'm not saying it isn't useful. For example, Peek and Pop feature wouldn't be available without the 3D Touch, but it doesn't save you time, it just gives you more options. So thank you very much for watching, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful and also had fun watching it, then smash the subscribe button right now. Make sure we see each other in the upcoming video as well, and I wish you all the best in this new year and see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.